Good morning, Mox, and welcome to FSCTV. I'm Erin Grant.
And I'm Logan Schultz. From ace to airplanes and a whole lot of foul play in between, there's a lot to discuss. So let's get into it. This is your Campus News Show.
The housing selection process for fall 2025 housing will see some changes, where students can expect to register and apply for housing in May and see prices increase from previous years. In recent years, students applied for housing in a window that landed between March and April. However, due to student and parent concerns with this time overlapping with final season, Community Living has moved the housing selection process to May, so that it may not be a worry for students as they prepare for exams. The highly sought-after campus apartments are also implementing criteria for students to ensure fair priority. Star, Garden, and Lake Morton apartments will only accept students that have a minimum of 70 FSC credits earned. This excludes any external credits received through high school or dual enrollment programs. A new change that students can expect to see is that they may only select one roommate rather than 3 for Star and Gardens, which houses 4 single rooms per living unit. This change has been implemented so that students with similar registration times may have a greater opportunity of choosing their preferred living space. Remaining apartments require students to have at least 40 credit hours and will not have any changes to roommate selection. Community Living reserves the right to make decisions according to these criteria and other extreme circumstances. Student athletes, Hollingsworth scholars, students with medical accommodations, president's ambassadors, and other such groups can expect exceptions to these criteria. Students may be concerned with the increasing prices of housing for this upcoming application season compared to other years. However, when putting the prices side by side, there isn't a significant difference in prices when looking at doubles, singles, and apartments. Community Director for Allen Spivey and Joseph Reynolds Residence Halls, Nora Quinn, explains the consequences of these increases. The increase of prices just reflects market value, Quinn said. So you're going to see market prices for housing going up in the area. The apartment prices going up, especially with improvements, and then also costs of living, both for our facilities maintenance people and for students in general looking for housing. You're going to see that reflected in the prices. Quinn recognizes the issues that will come with increasing prices and encourages students that are foreseeing having financial struggles to reach out to resources provided by FSC. I think that those struggles is something that can be addressed individually by the student, and there are a lot of resources, both within Community Living and financial aid, or various offices on campus that can help students. Students can also apply for residential advisor positions to receive a stipend to cover their housing fees. Applications for resident advisor positions open during the fall and are reviewed during the spring semester. For more information on housing updates, visit the Office of Community Living at www.flsouthern.edu.
Many are wary of the multitude of aviation accidents that have made breaking news in the U.S. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, there have been 94 aviation accidents in 2025 so far. Americans are understandably concerned about these accidents. Videos of the high-profile mid-air collision in D.C. and the plane flipping over after landing in poor weather in Toronto, Canada, have made waves online. Are these viral videos a fair representation of flight safety in 2025? The D.C. collision is the first high-profile commercial aviation crash in 15 years. Additionally, the Toronto flight had no reported deaths. President Trump made a White House briefing in response to the tragedy in D.C. on January 30th, a day after the accident. His administration has already begun firing several hundred federal aviation employees only a few weeks later, an act that follows his gutting of the Aviation Security Advisory Committee, which is a panel that has been Congress-mandated since the late 1980s in response to the Pan Am 103 bombing over Lockerbie, Scotland. Most aviation experts seem inclined to agree that flying still seems to be one of the safest modes of travel, despite accidents that may be judged harshly in the public eye.
Hey guys, Adria Schimmenti here with this week's weather. Throughout the week, we have a high of 80s dipping down into the low 40s in the evening, so make sure we wear a jacket. Nice sunny skies to report, no rain coming in, as we can see. And with temperatures rising and us being outside, make sure you put that sunscreen on. The UV will hit a high of 10 during this week. Back to you guys at the studio.
On February 12th, 2 black swans, Sterling and Luna, and 6 of their eggs were stolen from their home in Highland Village Mobile Home Park in Lakeland. Security cameras around the area showed 2 unknown suspects carrying nets with them to grab the swans and their eggs. Brian Brucci, a public information officer for the Polk County Sheriff's Office, revealed that the birds were valued at around $3,000 each, and the eggs were about $150 each. The Polk County Sheriff's Office later went to social media to post about the kidnapping in hopes that someone would have a lead or a tip where the missing birds and the eggs went. This ended up working as the suspects were identified as 29-year-old Alfredo Casanova and 27-year-old Jordan Montoya from Homestead, Florida. This isn't the first time these men engaged in animal-related crime, as they had previously been accused of stealing and trying to resell animals in the Cutler Bay and Miami areas. These two suspects were charged with grand theft and burglary for the kidnapping of the two swans and their eggs. The community can only hope now that the swans can get readjusted back to their original home.
On March 26th, from 5 to 7 p.m., ACE will premiere their Aces of the Arts event. Hosted on Mr. George's Green, weather permitting, ACE Director of Mox Live, Valerie Freeman, says the event will showcase a variety of student art vendors, including Cadmium Rats Art Club, layout and media experts, Crochet Club, and Fashion Club. The Jazz Education Network, Choreography Club, Poetry Club, and food vendors serving pizza cones and tacos will all be present. At the upcoming ACE Market, the CRAC table will be selling a variety of stickers, posters, and t-shirts to sell for club profits. All profits go toward helping the club afford materials for craft activities and keeping everything free for all students. Sogo Productions and Studio Box will headline, promising live performances for the event. This event was planned to showcase the many skills and talents within the arts and have a way to share that with the rest of the campus, Freeman said. Sam Lewis, Vice President of Internal Affairs for Sogo Productions, said, "It also serves as an incredibly exciting opportunity for us to connect with some of the other amazing art organizations and clubs on campus, which is something that we've been excited to do and wanting to do for a long time." To prepare, Lewis said rehearsals began right after spring break. Students interested in viewing the rehearsal process can tune in to @Sogo Productions on Instagram.
That's all for this week's edition of FSCTV News. Once again, I'm Erin Grant.
And I'm Logan Schultz.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.